In Time Matters, we can search for documents by name and also by keywords within each document. As the number of saved documents increases, searching through them all can become quite time-consuming. Indexing our documents helps Time Matters to locate those that match our search parameters much faster. Indexes should always be run from the server where Time Matters is installed, because it is usually on at all times and can access the folders where documents are stored. Running an index from a workstation during work hours is not recommended because it can significantly slow down the computer's ability to process other tasks until the indexing is finished. We have accessed Time Matters from the server. To create a document index, go to File, point to Utilities, then Document Management, and select Document Index Manager. Time Matters does not come with indexes predefined because they are created based on the file storage location we set within our firm. Let's click the Add Record icon to define our first index. We need to assign a unique code for this index and add a description. Then specify which file types to include or exclude from the index. By default, Time Matters includes all file types, except those that do not contain text that can be searched by the program, such as audio, image, and program executable files. Let's use these defaults for our main document library index. Then pick the folders where the documents are located by clicking the Add Folder button. And type in a location or click the Lookup button to find it. Select the folder and click OK to save the location. We store documents in subfolders within this primary folder, so let's leave the option checked to include them and click OK. The first folder location is now included on the index. We can add other folders to it if we store our documents in multiple locations. The Change Folder button can be used to adjust the network path to a different document folder, and the Remove Folder button will delete it entirely. The advanced index creation options could be selected if we need the index to be upper and lowercase sensitive or accent sensitive when searching for documents written using international alphabets. Both options add complexity and time to the indexing process, so we only use them when needed. With the index configured, let's click OK to save it. We can go through the documents and build the index now, or do it later, using the Index Now button on the Document Index Manager window. Let's choose Yes and run the index now. This brings us to the Build Indexes window, where all the document indexes are listed along with a date showing when the index was last run. The main document library index that we just created doesn't show a date because we've only saved the parameters for it so far. With the index selected, we can choose some additional actions to perform while building it. The default action is to index only newly created items and those that have been changed since the index was last run. We can choose to delete the index and rebuild it from scratch, to remove documents from the index that have been deleted from the folder, and to compress the index to reduce the size. Let's start the build and watch the progress. The bottom section shows the current file being indexed and the number of files remaining. When complete, the Document Index Manager reopens. In the Index Properties section, we see the results, including the total documents and number of words indexed. If the index needs to be modified, we can use the Change Record icon to update our previous selections. The same window opens that we used when first creating the index. Each time we save changes to the index, we are prompted to rebuild it using the new parameters. Remember that changes are not actually applied to the index until it has been rebuilt. When an index is no longer in use, we remove it by selecting the Delete icon. Indexes must be run at regular intervals to capture details about new and revised documents. We can run the index manually, but scheduling it to automatically run using the Windows Task Scheduler would ensure that it's not forgotten. Now that you are able to define and build an index, you can select other lessons to learn more about performing a document search or using the scheduler to automate recurring activities.